That's not a watch. It's almost noon. I slept in because I was so exhausted from the previous week, and now I'm having breakfast in bed. Either because it's very romantic and treat yourself, or because the TV is in the bedroom. You can choose, you can guess. So yeah, I'm just gonna eat this, and then I'm thinking I will go for a run. Maybe go to the gym or take a walk around the city, and then I will meet up with some friends later. It's quite cold outside today, but the sun is shining and it's really lovely weather. I think it's a good running weather, so yeah, I'm gonna watch. Yeah. Brain still hasn't really recovered from the previous week. It has been quite intense, a lot to learn, and yesterday we had our first test, which we had 3 hours to complete, and it was 4 tasks. And I had a really hard time writing exams in uni. I felt so much pressure, and just kind of started getting these panic attacks, and even now, even though I know the test it's not graded, it's not you cannot fail it even if you didn't complete any of the tasks. It's just to kind of check how much you've learned, and at what stage you're at, and stuff like that. So yeah, despite that, I still got super nervous, and even if the first tasks were in the end not that difficult, I just overcomplicated them so much, and it took me so long to complete them because I was just going in every direction. The first task was that we were supposed to check if a inserted number is a palindrome, and my first instinct was the way I actually solved it in the end, to look through. So I looked this no one cares. But I care. Yeah. So we've been going through loops the past days, and I looped through it backwards and saved it into a new variable, and then I compared it to the input variable to check if they were the same. So that was my first instinct to do it as well. But then just when I got it, I remember that I stumbled upon that type of question before, and I was okay, but this one should have really easy explanations online. So I googled okay, how to check if something is a palindrome, and I just got these really weird results, and I started going on those tracks in just very many different directions, and I did this with a couple of questions, and just instead of doing it very simple and doing the things I know how to do, I just kind of went rogue and started to try to write code that I had no idea how to write, and it was just a hot mess. And at some point I was I read through all 4 of them, and I started working a little bit on every one, and I couldn't finish any of them, and I just panicked. I was fuck, am I not gonna finish any of these tasks? And so far the course has been going great. I feel I've been quite good. I mean, it helps that I've been working in SQL, but yeah, no, just nerves took over. It was rough. Had a little mental breakdown. But I pulled through, and I finished in time, and I got them all correct, and the code for most of them was quite clean, and yeah. So all in all, I'm happy. Yeah, so this is not a look. Anyway, so you know how people say that Barcelona is like a party city? Well, it shows because like I can hear this super loud music, or I mean it's not super loud for me, but I can hear that where it's coming from, it's super loud. And it's very clear that it's coming from like a club or something. And it's like almost noon. This started like yesterday evening, so it's been going through the whole night. And now it's like 12 soon. And they're still going strong. I mean, yeah. Impressive. It wasn't a very eventful day. I went for the run, and afterwards I just laid in bed watching The Crown and eating chocolate because I was just so crazy exhausted from the week. I had like zero energy, and then afterwards I was going to meet up with Joel, one of my friends from whom I studied with in Lund, and he actually moved to Barcelona like almost 6 months ago. And so I met him for a couple of beers. I filmed a little bit on my way there. He lives in El Born, which is a really, really nice area. Quite jealous of him. And yeah, I grabbed a couple of beers afterwards. The stores are open very late here, till like 9. And I'm on my way to go hiking to Montserrat with Amber, and it's very cold this week, and I just figured like it's gonna be windy, so I need some warm clothes because I did underestimate how cold it was gonna be, so I didn't pack like any warm clothes, like any layers. So I was just going to go and buy a fleece. And after a couple of beers, when you go shopping, you just don't really think things through, I guess. You're quite spontaneous. And so instead of buying these smart layers, I bought a leather jacket, which to be fair is super cool. I'm just hoping I can pull it off. But I mean, to be fair, I think it holds wind. So I'm wearing it today in the hopes that I will not freeze too much. I can't continue holding the camera like this, partly because this is not looking great, and my hand is freezing and also cramping up because this is quite heavy for my poor arms. Maybe if I switch to a better angle. There it is. Hello. Anyway, yeah, so I bought this jacket, and now I'm on my way to meet Amber. We're gonna take the train. It's like an hour away. Maybe I can switch. And then the route itself is like 3-4 hours.
And yeah, we're just gonna take the train back. I'll try to cook some food for the week and maybe go to the gym. We'll see what my energy levels are like.